Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and today I'm going to talk about why I moved from Halifax to Toronto. Let's get started. So just maybe to start, I've been living in Halifax in Nova Scotia for about 2 years and a little bit more, and 5 months ago I moved from Halifax to Toronto. So there were different kind of reasons, but maybe let's start from comparing Halifax and Toronto. So maybe, and I hope it will give you some clarity and will help you to decide what province to choose. So first of all, the climate. And the climate in Halifax and in Nova Scotia, it's mild. In the winter, it's a little bit like frosty because you are living near the ocean, right? And there is a lot of breeze from ocean, and there is a lot of wind, and sometimes it's got really freeze and cold. But what is funny then, when I moved to Toronto, I was like thinking and hoping it will be a little bit warmer, and it is. And I'm very glad that the climate here in Toronto it's a little bit better, and we already have our spring started like in early March, because like last year I remember we had our spring in Halifax started like in June, so that's why I was very happy that we started our spring so early in Toronto. So yeah, like summers are the same. I think I've been here in Toronto like one summer and it was super hot, and in Halifax we also have very cold and very hot days. We have very warm days in summer too. But if we're talking about climate, we can also talk about nature, right? Because nature is the really important part in Canada. In Halifax we have the ocean, and in Toronto we have the lake. So this is very similar because you can still enjoy water there and water in Halifax. So this is really wonderful. And of course in Halifax there you can find a lot of trails. Trails are really beautiful, and sometimes it's rocky, and most of them are with an incredible ocean view. Here I have not been honestly on the trail so far, but I really hope to start soon to get exploring Ontario. The second part is attractions. This was not the main reason, but one of the main reasons why we choose Toronto over Halifax. In Toronto you can find all the cool museums, all the famous bands and stars coming here, like baseball matches and hockey matches, and all the famous teams are coming here to Toronto. I really like that, and I really needed it. Like in Halifax there is also some concerts going on, but not everyone is coming to visit Halifax because it's really small if we are comparing Toronto and the Halifax. So yeah, this was like I wanted like more drive. I wanted more events happening, like festivals and whatever. So this part was really important for me, and location is also important one, as it's really comfortable and to reach wherever destination. You can go to Mexico or Dominican Republic or even New York like in 1 hour or in a few hours. So it's really good to travel if we're talking about travel, and it's really easy to get to a different part of the world. While in Halifax there is not so many directions open to fly, and as I'm really keen on traveling, this was really important to me. I didn't want to take like 2-3 planes, just one direct plane. Third reason why we picked Toronto, not the prices. about prices we will talk a little bit later, but about like opportunities. And yes, there is more opportunities in Toronto. There is more jobs if you're looking to find any kind of job. There is more availabilities for businesses, for startups, and as it's like my major part of my life, running the business. Yeah, so we understand that everything is started from Toronto, and if we are talking about like huge businesses or other businesses, it's like more to happen here, and the chances are really big. And if we're talking about like, for example, salaries, average salaries, here is higher salaries than in Halifax. For example, the average salary in Toronto now, it's like about $55,000-$60,000, and in Halifax it's around like $45,000-$50,000. If you want more money, you can go to Toronto. And of course the taxes are much lower, so here we pay 13% of tax, and in Halifax we are paying 15%, so it's a little bit cheaper. And the reason number 4 is not prices, but yeah, sometimes like if we're talking about, of course, if we're talking about rent or buying a house, it's definitely not worth doing here. But it's if you are looking to buy a condo, apartment, or a house, or to rent, it's better like to move to Nova Scotia. When we were living in Halifax, we paid like around $10.15 for our 2-bedroom apartment in downtown. Here we pay twice more, but we still live in downtown, and we also have 2-bedroom apartment. But just to let you know that yes, the prices for rent is higher, but it's also getting higher now in Halifax. For example, the apartment we paid like $10.50, now it's around $1,300, so it's going up. And other apartments are also going up. Now it's maybe you can find an apartment, a good apartment, like 2-bedroom apartment for $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. Now it's getting bigger, right? And for example, in Toronto, like in terms of lockdown, everyone is moving out. We moved in. Yeah, it's not really logical, but we're not very logical sometimes. But now we got our apartment much cheaper than it was before lockdown. So now if you want to find a good condo in downtown, it will be much cheaper than it was, for example, a year ago. So this is just the right time to move in. So don't be slow, move to Toronto. If we're talking about houses, right, the house in Toronto, it could be around $1 million, right? And in Halifax you can buy $300K or $400K now. So it's going up, but there is still some like things in prices that I really love in Toronto. It's, for example, in Halifax I paid for my internet like $1,200. So yeah, it was huge. And now for the same service I pay $5,600. So this is really huge. For example, the phone bill, it could be cheaper here too, like $10 or $20 less. So there is still some things that it's cheaper here. And one more thing that I noticed when we moved here, the alcohol is cheaper here, and it's huge variety. And finally I found my favorite wine that I used to drink some time ago, but now I just found it, and oh my god. And the last, fifth very important reason for us was the rhythm and the pace of the city, because you know, like the people and the society you're living with has huge impact on me, especially when everything is super slow, very relaxed. I become super slow and very relaxed, and this is not actually what I was looking for. I don't have a kid, and that's why it gives me more opportunity to build something, right? And I don't think about school, I don't think about kindergarten or all of this stuff like universities. So this part was really important for me because I want to live in the city that it's bigger, faster, more energetic, right? With all of this hustle and bustle, sometimes people, and a lot of people, are trying to avoid it and to have a peaceful life in the cottage or in the house near the ocean, and that's it. It's not my thing for now. I hope that it will be sometime, but not for now. Like, you know, like busy people makes me busy too. Like I just can't be relax and do nothing when everybody's running and earning money or whatever. So this makes me okay, I should also do something. So this was like the main reason. We just didn't want like to relieve and that's it, and we don't want to slow down. We just want to move, and to move quickly and fastly. And this is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this episode. So I'm really looking forward to give you my next video, and hit the button subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I will really appreciate it, and see you soon. Bye.